Hello everybody, welcome to tutorial number 31, which is the most exciting tutorial. And in this tutorial, we are going to build our app, my MyTransportApp into an APK file so that it will run on your Android device. So we have spent so much of time in the last 30 videos to build an app like this, in which you will have a home screen, you will have navigation drawer, change theme, profile picture, favorite bus arrival, and then taxi screens, bus stop, bus services, bus routes, MRT, ORT, and traffic. And then we also have parking for car parking and bicycle parking. So there's so much of functionality in this app, and in fact, we are only considered to be successful only when it's running well on your phone and even released to the Google Play Store. So now this tutorial is going to be the most exciting one, and most probably going to be the longest one, because there are still a lot of things that we need to handle before we are able to deploy it to our phone. So without further ado, let's get started to see how we can do that. Okay, so let me close this, and then let's go to my web-based version of tutorial. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the app that I already released to the Google Play Store, my SG Transport, feel free to download it from the Google Play Store. And this is going to be the app that we are going to release to your phone as well as to the Google Play Store. So and then if you like my content, I appreciate if you can contribute to my channel on the buymeacoffee.com, Marcus123, which is my page. And let's look at the first step that we need to do. So if you don't have a GitHub account, I suggest you to create one. And then because we are going to create a GitHub repository and then make use of Github Desktop to update our code. And then also through later on we are going to create a Virtualbox, and then for a Virtualbox we are going to use the terminal to pull our code from GitHub. So if you don't know what is GitHub, and you can just Google search github.com, so you can go to create an account, then you can go and actually create a new repository on your own. Okay, so when you click on new, it's going to give you a page like this, create a new repository. So this is the repository name that I'm going to use. So I'm going to say MyTransportApp deploy. Okay, and then description, just simply put deploy MyTransportApp to Android phone and Play Store. Okay, so you can set public or private, depends to you. In this case, I'm going to put private because here I'm going to push all my codes here, including my API key. So I don't want to let others to view my API key. If you put public, everyone on the internet can see this repository. But if you put private, you can choose who can see and then who can actually update the repository. So also I add the README file, and then just go ahead and create it. Okay, so on this GitHub repository, you can click on this code, and then you can see that you can open with GitHub Desktop. So you need to install your GitHub Desktop on your PC. GitHub Desktop. Okay, go to GitHub Desktop, and then you can download for your Windows or Linux or Mac or so on. So I have already installed it on my Windows, so I already have the GitHub Desktop. This is my GitHub Desktop. So the GitHub Desktop is able to link to the github.com. So I'm going to show you what it's going to do. So so this is my repository. Okay, so now if you click on the code and then open GitHub Desktop, it's going to ask you to select the local path that you want to link to the github.com. So I'm going to select my project folder and then clone. It's going to take a while, and then what it's going to do is going to create a MyTransportApp deploy folder in your project folder. Okay, so we will have one MyTransportApp deploy folder. Inside this folder, we are going to add a .git file and then a README file. Okay, so if now okay, now I want to from the MyTransportApp folder, which we have all our code, I want to copy some of the files to the MyTransportApp deploy folder. So I'm going to Control-O, .git I don't need, PyCatch I don't need, cache I don't need, API key I will copy later, and let's see. I do need a CSV file as well, and then okay, README file I also don't need. So copy the rest of them and then paste it here. Okay, so yeah, so when you come to here, it's going to show you that yeah, it's going to show you a list of files that is different. So now, because our MyTransportApp deploy local folder is updated, but then our MyTransportApp deploy folder in the github.com is still not updated, and therefore here we will be seeing a lot of differences. And what I'm going to do is to say I want to update, and then when I click the commit, it's going to push all these files, all the differences to the github.com. Okay, so I'm going to also add the API key into this folder, and then I'm going to do it off the screen. Okay, so let me copy this, move this away, and then I'm going to go to MyTransportApp, and then I will copy my API key, and I will put this one here. Okay, and so here I'm going to say commit to main, and then I'm going to say push origin. Okay, so it's going to take a while, and then all the files will appear here. Okay, so now it's done. Okay, when we come to github.com, MyTransportApp deploy, when we refresh the page, boom, now all the files are here. These are all the files that we need to build our APK file. Okay, so later on we are going to create a Ubuntu Virtualbox, and then we are going to git pull all these files, and then we're going to build our APK file. Okay, great. Okay, finally we are done with the first step. Then we can come to the step 2. So there's a modification to the code required before we are able to build the Android app into APK file. So now come to Visual Studio Code. Instead of in the MyTransportApp folder, I want to open the MyTransportApp deploy folder. Okay. Alright, and the first thing that we need to do is to go to main.py, and then come on, the window size we are going to remove it. Okay, and in the third step, we need to we have to precise to Python that we want to use the certified CA file. We need to do this because our async image is using the HTTPS URL. So if we don't import this certified and OS, and then if you don't specify OS environment SSL cert file equal to certified.where, we're going to get an error SSL certified verify fail. Yeah, I have tried that. So this is a solution that I found. You need to import this. So let's do it here. OS we already import. Okay, save it. And in the function change profile source, so if you search for it, remember previously our path, we actually add a C in front of it for computer path. So because we are deploying to Android device, so we can actually remove this, and then we uncomment this. Okay, this one is for the mobile phone. You don't need a C in front of the path. So same for this, remove, and then yeah, we already need this for the mobile phone. Okay, and of course we need to delete the profile source.text. Yeah, so this one is the text, the path that we save when we are building the app on our desktop. So now we are deleting it. We don't need this. So when the user is using it on their phone, this text file will be created on their phone. Okay. And in the profile photo manager, we need to go to profile photo manager. So we actually define this, but we actually commented it out because this one is only for the mobile phone. So for mobile phone usage, we need to from android.storage import this. This variable will allow us to access to the internal storage on the phone. So let's see. And yeah, this one is for the computer, and we can delete this and then uncomment this. Okay, this one will be for the mobile phone. So if you actually open the internet storage file with this Kivy file manager. Okay. Yeah. So if the screen name is equal to trend service alert screen, let's go to trend service alert screen. Okay, we define the sample data, but as in the actual usage, we actually don't need the sample data. So what we can do is we can delete the sample data. And then, okay, make sure you are using trend service alert response here instead of sample data. Okay. Then next, in the trend service alert.py, we want to change the text size. So now the text size is defined as 20, but we want to change to 50. Let's save it. And okay, the next one is we want to remove the root.let and root.launch in all mapview.keyv, including the home mapview.keyv. So let's start with the home mapview.keyv and then remove this. Okay. So the GPS blinker latitude and longitude is going to be defined in the GPS helper. Okay. So you have the GPS helper. And then the blinker latitude and longitude is going to depends on your GPS actual location. So on the desktop, we specify the latitude and longitude of the blinker manually. because we don't have GPS on your computer. But when you are deploying to your Android device, you actually already have that information, so you don't have to define manually. So we are removing this, and then I'm going to all individual mapview.kv, remove the root.len and then root.lont. Remove it, save. Remove it, save. Remove it, save. Remove it, save. 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 MRTLRT. Save. Taxi. Save. Traffic image. Cool. So the next thing that we have to do is to remove unnecessary printing in the main.py, bus.arrivebanner.py, and ferrobus.arrivebanner.py. So print is going to slow down our app a lot, so we don't need those unnecessary printing. So let's start from the top, and then we search for print. Let's see, this command can remove. Okay, this kind of printing is not necessary. This is not necessary. This is not necessary. Same for this. This is not necessary. Remove this. Remove this. Remove this. Let's see. Oops. I will keep it because you must have something after the if, and remove this. Remove this. I will keep this. You must have something after the else. Then remove this. Remove. Remove. And remove. 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 So many printing that we have. Remove it. Think we are almost there. Remove. And then remove it. Almost there. icon. Need a bit more. Okay. All right, we are done. Save it, close it. Okay. So, yeah. Also in the bash error banner.py, let's see if we have any printing or not. Print. Okay, this one can be removed. This one can be removed. This one can be removed. Okay, save it and then favorite. This one can be removed. If you want, you can also remove those unnecessary comments. I don't know whether they will have any effect in terms of improving the speed of the app, but probably it's not significant. But definitely printing is yeah, really slowing down your app. Okay, so yeah, the rest of it I think we should not have too much of printing. Okay, step 11, in the favorite bus data in the myapp.db, yeah, so this one you need to use the db browser. So let me open the db browser. And let me open the database in MyTransportApp deploy my app. Okay, go to favorite, browse the data. So we have 3 favorite here. So let's see. 1, 2, and 3. And then I want to delete it. Delete. Okay. So as well as the theme, I think we will delete this. Delete the current record. Okay. Close the database. Save. Close it. Okay. So next we need to create the app icon. This is also going to be the icon for our splash screen. And if you want to create them differently, splash screen referring to the screen that will be shown as the app is being opened up. Both of them, the size should be 512 pixel by 512 pixel. So I'm going to use this logo maker. So let's see. Create a new design. Close. And let's see what icon that I want to use. Let's see, transport. Well, there are so many icons here, you can actually use a combination of them. And yeah, for me to keep it simple, I will just use a few of them. Okay, I will take a bus. Okay. And then I will take a train. And then let's see, I will take taxi. And then I will take one more. Let's see. Let's take a probably traffic light. And there's no color traffic light. Well, I just, yeah, this is just an example. I will just simply take one of it, maybe this one, and then this might not be a good logo, but yeah, you can explore your own creativity, but just for the sake of showing, I want to save the logo. Let's see, download the low resolution file. Let's see. I think you can actually resize it. Let me check. What is the size that we have downloaded? So this is the logo that we have created just now, okay? But the size that I have saved is not 512 by 512. I think probably there is some function here in which you can define the size that you want to save. But I'm going to use another method to do it. So this logo, which I have downloaded, I'm going to put it inside my MyTransportApp deploy folder. So I'm going to put it inside the icons and then paste it here. And then I'm going to change the name to icons. And then I'm going to edit with paint, resize 512 by 512. Okay, then I will save it. So now if you go to properties, details, should be a 512 by 512. You may have a better way of doing it, but this is a way of doing it as well. So okay, the next step is that you need to change your font to developer mode. I put a link here on how you can do that. Basically, you need to go to the setting of your font, and and then you need to go to about font, tap the software info for like 7 times. So there are a lot of information on the internet that show you how you can do that. So you can go to this link to have a look. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is to create a Virtualbox, but before that, let's go to Github Desktop, and then you see we made so many changes here. We need to actually update it. We need to update our GitHub repository in the github.com. So commit and then push. Okay, so refresh. So next we need to create a VirtualBox. The reason why that we need to create a VirtualBox is that you are not able to build APK from Kivy in Windows. So we need to create a VirtualBox, and then we are going to download the Ubuntu ISO image so that we can run on Ubuntu operating system. So Ubuntu, we can actually use the terminal to create APK file for our app. So the first thing that you need to do is to download the VirtualBox, and just go to virtualbox.org/wiki/downloads, and then click on the Windows host. So then you will get an installer. It's about yeah, I already installed that, so I will not download it again. Just go ahead and install it on your device or computer, and then you will get something like this. Okay, this is Oracle VirtualBox Manager. So the next thing that you have to download is to go to this URL to download Ubuntu 20.04.1 LTS. Yeah, this is going to be a 2 GB image. It will take some time to download it. I already have it here. So after you download it, it's going to look something like this: Ubuntu 20.04.1 desktop AMD 64. So after you have done this, download it, and then also with the Oracle VirtualBox install, you can actually connect your phone to your computer and make sure that you always allow USB debugging when your phone connects. Okay, so I think you have you have a cable that comes with your phone, so you can connect your phone to your computer with that cable. Okay, then we have to set up the new virtual machine in VirtualBox. So okay, so we click on new, and then give a name to your this virtual machine. So I will call it, let's say, tutorial 1, and then type is going to be Linux, yes, Oracle 64-bit. Okay, then go on to next, and then here I'm going to increase to 2048, and next, yeah, create a virtual hard disk now, create VirtualBox this image, next, and here I'm going to increase to 20 gigabyte. You can also make it 30 depending on the space available on your computer. So create. Okay, now it's created. So to start it, you can double click it, and you're going to get something like this. Select startup disk. So for this, you need to select add, and then this one. Okay, open, and then yeah, let's see, projects, choose. Okay, then start. Okay, then it's going to look like this. So this is going to take quite a while, depending on the speed of your PC or laptop. So I'm gonna stop the video now, and then we'll let it run. So when it is finished, then I will come back. Okay. So at this step, you need to click on install Ubuntu. And I'm selecting English as the language that I will be using. And then, okay, English, US, continue. Normal installation, continue. And then now you need to click on install now. And then if you continue, the changes listed below will be returned to the disk. Continue. And here you need to select the time zone. So I'm selecting Singapore. Continue. And then your name. And then password. Okay. Continue. Okay. So this step is going to take a while to finish up your system, and then I'm going to pause the video, and then I will come back when it's done. Okay. Okay, guys. After around 30 to 40 minutes, the installation is finally completed. So what you need to do now is click on Restart Now. Press no, you don't have to press anything, I believe. Yeah, you then I think you need to press enter here. Okay. Loading, loading, and loading. So yeah, so after we finish the Virtualbox, right, the next step that we want to do is to open the terminal in your virtual machine, and then there are some commands that we want to run. Okay, so those are going to be simple, but it's also going to take some time. So yeah, let's see, it's not finished yet. Okay, I think we are almost there. Okay, so click on your username and then enter your password. yeah, if your computer speed is much faster, then this one will probably take shorter time. I don't know why it's taking so long. Yeah, normally it will take a shorter time than this. Okay, so we can skip this and next, done. Okay, so now we are in the Ubuntu operating system. Okay, then we can proceed to the next step. So open the terminal in your virtual machine and then run the following code. So go to terminal, open it, and where is my terminal? Okay, so first thing I want to do is to sudo apt install git. And yes. So I don't know how long this one will take. Probably I will stop the video and then I will come back when it's done. Okay. Okay, so it's finished now. So the next step we will do is to git clone the buildozer.git. So see git clone https github.com/kivy/buildozer.git. Okay, then install Python, sudo apt.get install Python 3.7, and then sudo apt-get install -y Python 3-setup tools. Okay, this one probably also going to take a while, so I will pause the video and then I will come back. Okay, this one is also done. So if you go to your files, and then you can see that in your home you have a Buildozer folder. So we want to cd change directory into this folder. Okay, so in the terminal we say cd Buildozer, and then sudo python 3 setup.py install. Okay, then we will go back to the previous folder, and then here we are going to clone our MyTransportApp deploy GitHub repository. So repository, this one, and this is going to be the path MyTransportApp deploy.git. Okay, so let's see, git clone https github.com/my username MyTransportApp deploy.git. Okay, so now if you look at your files, you will have a MyTransportApp deploy folder. Okay, and then inside of it you will have all the files from this GitHub repository. Okay, and the next thing that we have to do is come back to here and then cd into MyTransportApp deploy and then Buildozer init. So this is going to create a .spec file in your MyTransportApp deploy, which is this one. Okay. And okay, now we have to do some changes to this spec file before we start to build the app. So now we actually need to update this Buildozer spec file, and then we will run the build apk so that the apk file will be built according to this spec file. So for example, the title you need to change to the title that you want to have. So I'm going to change it to MyTransportApp. You can put other name as you want, and then the package name I will change to MyTransportApp as well, and then package domain I'm going to put my name, let's say Marcus C, and yeah, this one is going to be all the files that file type that you have in your app. So for example, I have some other type in addition to the default one, such as ttf, db, text file, db, and text file. And then if you scroll down further, you can see that we have application versioning. So this one is important every time you are trying to deploy your app to the Google Play Store. So let's say first time you're releasing a version 0.1, and the next time if you are trying to update the app, and then if you want to update the new release to the Google Play Store, you will have to change the version, for example to 0.2, 0.3 and so on, so that Google Play Store can detect which version of APK file you are actually uploading. So this one is important. For now we will leave it as 0.1. Requirements is going to be all the packages that you need additionally for your app. So in this case we are using Python 3, and Kivy I would like to specifically refer to 2.0.0 RC1. 0.0, oops, let's see, 2.0.0 RC1. And the reason why I'm doing this is because previously when I tried to build the app, I faced some problem. So I found some solution on the internet that if you specify Kivy equal to 2.0.0 RC1 or RC3, it's going to solve the issue. But yeah, you can try just leave it as Kivy, and then you probably won't have the error as me. So for this case, I'm just going to specify as 2.0.0 RC1. And then since we're also using request in our app, I will import have request as a requirement, certify for HTTPS, then URL lib3 char that And what else? So some of it you might not recognize the name, but as you are trying to build the app, you will face some error, and then it's trying to tell you that these packages are not available. So the way to solve it is to include them in the requirement. Kivy garden, definitely yes. .map view and then bytz for the time zone. And the next one is going to be under the requirements.source.kv. Also, we need to include the garden requirements equal to map view. Then we have to specify the pre-splash, which is the loading screen of the application. So in this case, we will uncomment this, and then the pre-splash.png we're going to change to our icons.png. Remember the icons that we created with using logo maker. So yeah, this one is going to refer to that icons to be used as our pre-splash of the application. So the icon of the application same as the icon of the application, uncomment this, and then this one we are going to change to icons.png as well. So remember to also change your folder from data to your actual icon folder. Our icon folder is also called icons. So if you didn't change that, yeah, you're going to face into some error. Orientation of the app, I will put all, including landscape and portrait. And then let's scroll down further. Okay, let's see. So this one is important, Android permission. We need to have internet, because you need to access the internet on the phone. And then we need to access to the GPS location, access course location, and then access find location. And I think you also need the write external storage and read external storage. Storage, read external storage. Okay. So the next one is the Android API. For now, we are going to change it to 29. I think Google Play Store now accept 29 at least. So I think 29 you are targeting Android version 10 and below. So 30 you are targeting Android 10. So yeah. And then next we scroll down further, and then yeah, there's so many things that you can change, so you can read about this spec file on your own. Yeah, I'm gonna uncomment these logcat filters for the purpose of viewing the error if there's any in our app, if we are when we are trying to build the app. And then yeah, okay, so this one we are going to leave it as it. So later on we're going to build one more times by changing this one to ARM64. This one is for 32-bit, this one is for 64-bit. So Google require you to upload two versions of Apk file, including 32-bit and 64-bit. Otherwise, you will not be able to upload your app to the Google Play Store. Okay. And I think that's all for now. Let me check if I did any typo mistake or not. Okay. Okay, save it. and then close it. Close it again. Then we come back to our terminal. So after saving the spec file, continue in the terminal as below. So sudo apk update. Sudo come on, faster. We still have 3 more steps before we are able to start to actually build our Android APK. So this one is going to take like probably 25 to 30 minutes, at least on my laptop. I don't know, maybe your laptop is faster, so that probably will take shorter time. So I don't know how long this one will take, and probably I will stop the video, and then when it is done, okay, it's done. Okay, then we can continue to the next one. So here we are going to install a lot of baggage. Let's do it. Sudo apt install -y git unzip jdk -8-jdk python 3-pip autoconf, and then lib2 pkg.config that lib1g-dev, and then lib and curses file-dev lib and curses w file-dev, and then lib info 5 cmake, and 2 more, lib ffi-dev, and then lib ssl-dev. Okay, enter. Why is it? Maybe I did let's check. Maybe I did some typo mistake. Let's check. Sudo apt install -y zip open jdk-8-jdk python 3-pip autoconf lib2 pkg-config lib1g-dev lib and curses 5-dev lib and curses w5-dev apt info 5 cmake. I think should be alright. Let's try again. Waiting for cache log. Could not get log. So I basically restarted the Virtualbox, and then now I'm trying to run this script again. Okay, now it's okay. I don't know why the error could happen, but seems like there was some process running in the background that preventing us to do the apt update. So yeah, so now it's running, and then yeah, will probably take some time to finish, so I will pause the video, and then when it's finished, then I will come back. Okay. Alright guys, it took around 10 minutes to finish all the download and setup. So the next thing that we have to do is pip3 install. Pip3 install --user --upgrade Cython virtual environment. And then sudo apt-get install Cython. Yes. I think this one is going to be much faster. But I will stop the video and then I will come back when it's done. Alright guys, so it's done, and then the next thing that we have to do is Buildozer Android debug deploy run logcat. Buildozer Android debug deploy run logcat. And this one is really going to take quite a long time, like 25 to 35 minutes. So yeah, I will come back again when it's done. So guys, it's after 30 minutes, it's finally done. You can see that there's a message that your Apk file is available in the bin directory. So if you go to your files folder, and then under the MyTransportApp deploy, in the bin you're going to get the Apk file. But this is a debug Apk file, it's not a release Apk file. So later on I will show you how you can change the sign on the Apk and then make it a release Apk file. But before that, let's delete this one. Okay. Well, why are we actually deleting our Apk file? Well, actually, if you look at the step 18, in addition to Android.permission in your code, you will also need to opt out scope storage by adding Android request legacy external storage equal to true to the Android manifest file. The reason of this is being described in this link. I'm putting the link here. So yeah, so you need to define this in your Android manifest file, which is available in this location, so that you will be able to access to the internal storage on your phone. Otherwise, our profile photo manager is not going to work. Okay, so how can we find this Android manifest file? So we can actually go to this MyTransportApp deploy folder, and then we show the hidden file, and then you will see that there is actually let's see, there should be a .buildozer file, okay, which is this one. And then you need to go to Android platform, Python for Android platform, Python for Android, and then you need to go to Python for Android, Bootstrap STL2, build template, and this is the file that you need to edit. So what are we going to add? So in this application tag, we're going to add Android request legacy external storage equal to true. So let's open it. And then here, let's look for the application tag. which is this one. Okay, and then okay, so we are going to add here. Okay, next row, Android request legacy external storage equal to true. Okay, so yeah, in this case it will work for Android 10 and Android 9 or lower, but if there is Android 11, then we will have to do it differently. You can explore the documentation. So for now, because we are targeting Android 10, Android 9 and lower, so therefore we are actually using this method, opt-out scope storage, but Android 11 has got some other method to do. Okay, so let's come back. Oops. So now we need to run the Buildozer Android clean, and then we need to rerun the logcat. I forgot to mention that just now, if you did connect your phone with USB cable to your computer or laptop, the run command is going to install the app onto your phone. So you will actually see the icon of the app being installed. I mean the whole app being installed on your phone. Okay, you can uninstall that, and then now we are going to rerun it to reinstall again the app onto your phone. Okay, so let's save this. Request legacy external storage. I'll make sure the spelling is correct. Storage equal to true. Save. Okay, close it and go back. And then I think we can close it, and then we will run Buildozer Android clean, and then Buildozer Android debug deploy run logcat. Okay, and now we need to wait for another 30 minutes to get our APK file again. So I will come back when it's done. Okay. Okay guys, so when it's finished, you will actually see debug.apk file in your bin folder under MyTransportApp deploy. And we can't actually deploy this debug.apk to the Google Play Store because you need to sign on it and to have a release version. So to do that, we need to move on to step number 20. By the way, if you have updated your code, and then you will have to commit it to GitHub using a GitHub Desktop, and then in a Ubuntu terminal, you will have to git pull from your GitHub repository in order to update your code. Okay, then you have to run the Buildozer Android clean, and then Buildozer Android debug deploy run logcat again. Okay, so I believe for now you will have the app installed on your phone if you did connect the cable to your computer, because the run command is going to install the app on your phone. Okay, so moving next, we want to create a release APK, and then in step 20 you can refer to this link for some explanation. But basically in your terminal you will have to do you will have to make a new directory called keystore mkdir -p /keystore/ and then you will see that you will have a keystore folder. Okay, and then key 2 -gen key -v -keystore slash. So this one is going to be your key. You can put your own key, it's up to you, but I'm just going to put my release dash key and then dot key store. You need to remember your key and then dash alias, and then you put your key alias. In this case I will put alias name and then dash key algrsa dash key size 2048 dash validity 10,000. Enter. Keystrokes password, this one you need to remember on your own. Must be 6 character. Okay. What is your first and last name? Marcus. John. So this one you only need to do for the first time. Yes. Okay. Now it's done. Then we need to move on to the second step. Export P4A. Let's go release underscore keystore. Go to tilde slash keystores. Oops. Slash my release key dot keystore. So here, because just now in step 1 I used my release key as my new key, so here I'm using it back. So if you use a different key, you need to put in your key over here. Okay. Enter, and then export P4A underscore release underscore keystore password equal to, well, you can put your own password. Enter. Export P4A underscore release underscore key alias underscore equal to password. Okay, and then last one, export P4A underscore release underscore key alias equal to alias name. So this alias name is the my key alias just now. Enter, and then lastly you need to say Buildozer Android release. Okay. Come on. When it's finished, you should get the APK file in your bin folder. It's taking a while to finish. Bada boom, bada boom. And later we need to go back to our spec file, and then we want to change the android.arc to ARM64-V8A, and then we will run the Buildozer Android clean, and then we will run the build fail. Let's see. Fail to rekey. Let's see. So I found the error of just now. I didn't actually replace the password with my actual password. So when you're doing it, you actually need to replace the password with your actual password. So yeah, I actually rerun this and then replace the password with my actual password, and then run this one, and then run the Buildozer -3 Android release. Then it's okay. Okay. So now in my bin folder, I have a debug version, and I also have a release.apk. So this is the one that we will release to the Google Play Store in the next video. Okay. And now we still have one more step to do, which is to release an APK file for ARM64-V8A as well. So we need to go to here, and then in the Buildozer spec file, we need to change this one. We need to copy this and then replace this. Okay, and then you save it and you close it. Okay, and close it, and let's run Buildozer Android clean, and then Buildozer Android debug deploy run logcat. Okay. So this is going to take like 20 to 30 minutes, and then after that you can run this 4 lines of code again, and then run the Buildozer -3 Android release again, and then in your bin folder you are going to get 2 release APK, one for ARM64-V8A, the other one for ARMB V7A. Okay, inside here. And then we can take this 2 release APK file, and then we can move on to our next tutorial, which is to deploy these 2 APK to the Google Play Store. So I believe you can handle this on your own for this ARM64-V8A, which is the same as ARMB V7A. And if you have any question, feel free to leave your comment below. Yeah, and I hope to answer your question, and I hope this one is a good tutorial for you in terms of how to deploy the app to your phone, and also create the APK release APK file so that we can release it to the Google Play Store in the next video. And thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.